When I returned to my family home, I suddenly discovered the vicious concubine had given me a wedding gift, and it turned out to be my own mother locked inside a dog cage. She even humiliated her right in front of me. I rushed forward trying to save my mother, but the concubine's men pinned me hard to the ground. Now that I was a general's wife, I planned to threaten her using the general's name, but seeing that I returned alone, she assumed I had no real standing with the general, so she became even more arrogant toward me. At that moment, my mother's body suddenly began itching violently. Watching the smug look on the concubine's face as she explained, I finally realized she had poisoned my mother. All to avenge the arrow I shot her on my wedding day. Then the concubine deliberately took out a bottle of antidote and threatened me to write a confession letter, forcing me to admit I was crude and disrespectful, and to shave my head, become a nun, and divorce the general. Unable to bear my mother's suffering, I swallowed my pride and agreed. But just as I picked up the brush, my father returned. Yet I did not choose to cry for help. Instead, I coldly watched the concubine perform her act, because I knew my father could not save me. Sure enough, the young and beautiful concubine only needed to kneel once, and my father's attention was immediately stolen away. She then twisted the truth, accusing my mother and me of breaking family rules, claiming her punishment was to protect the family's reputation. At that moment, I suddenly stood up and tried to grab the antidote, but my father knocked me to the ground, and the concubine seized the chance to accuse us of insanity. She even suggested killing us both, and my father, already disgusted by my mother, agreed without hesitation. But just as the concubine moved to strike, a flying arrow instantly stopped her. The person who arrived was none other than the general himself. I smiled in satisfaction, because everything had gone exactly as I planned. From the moment I stepped into the house, every move I made was meant to buy time. Before returning home, I had deliberately left a letter for the general, revealing that I knew who was behind the assassination attempt on the border years ago, because I knew once I threw out this bait, the general would definitely rush to save me. When my father saw it was the general, his expression instantly changed. He hurriedly knelt down to beg for mercy and to clear himself of blame. He directly pushed the concubine out to take the fall. Now that the general had arrived, I no longer needed to pretend to be weak. I picked up the poison from the ground and forced it straight into the concubine's mouth, only stopping after she swallowed the entire bottle. As for my cold-hearted father, I cut all ties with him without hesitation.